What are the third, fourth, and fifth dimensions? Aita, channeling her higher self, July of 2020. Good day to you, dear Lightworkers, starseeds. We are very pleased to connect with you on this bright and beautiful summer's day in this planet Earth experience. You, our dear ones, are in the middle of a glorious experience, one of the best experiences of your spirit's eternal life. You are in the great awakening of humanity in the year 2020. And the miracle is that you are awake and aware of what is going on around you. You coded yourselves to awaken, so this would be so. You wanted to see all the discombobulating and chaotic events, seemingly without rhyme or reason, playing out around you. You wanted to see how humanity would arise from its psychological chains, from the control mechanisms into which it has been enmeshed. You wanted to experience the awe and wonder of how one of the greatest events in the history of mankind plays out in the planetary ascension. What is ascension? What is the great event that is so much talked of? Planet Earth has been for eons in the third dimension of frequency. There are many dimensions. Jesus called them mansions, as he told us that my Father's house has many mansions. This means that there are many levels of frequency that we souls can exist in. The universe, the galaxy, planet Earth, and the whole hologram in which we exist are formed by the frequency that vibrates around them. Planet Earth and its inhabitants have been in the third dimensional frequency for eons. This is a low vibration of fear. In the spirit realm, there is no fear. God is love. There is only love. Yet to expand his holy consciousness into individuated gods, like unto himself, all that is created the low vibrating fear realm. This has been our home. This is where the light and the dark interplay with each other. This is where we feel that we are separate, for we each have a unique understanding of life, unique entrainments that play against each other. This earth is a stage upon which we actors are experiencing negativity and fear. At the low frequency of the third dimension, we are reactive to any comments and actions of others that disagree with our own deeply held beliefs about ourselves and about life. And so, we are reactive to each other. We prod and we poke with words and deeds. We protect ourselves and our ideas with our very life, for we believe we are our thoughts and ideas. Not so. We are great and grand, powerful spirits who have sent a small part of ourselves, our soul, to planet Earth to be in a human body, the temple for our soul, to experience other than love. And we have been on planet Earth, reincarnating from body temple to body temple for eons. We have played the part of the dark and the part of the light. We have experienced all that we set ourselves to live through. We have felt deep loneliness, separation, and sorrow. As spirits, we are all one, telepathic and naturally communing with each other. Love and light are our inheritance and beingness. Here on earth, we leave our memory of that reality behind. We purposefully shed our knowingness and come here with open minds, ready to be programmed for our earthly life. Having planned our program before we came here with our soul family and spirit guides, we then experience and feel all that we set ourselves to experience and feel. This is the third dimensional life. We are trained into a uniquely peculiar thought system. Those around us have their own unique thought system. These ideas about life clash. and we have a great need to convince our brethren that our ideas are the only right ones. And so we argue with each other, and so we fight and go to war. We maim and kill, for we are in fear of each other, as in our separation we flail around trying to rise above the fray of human fear and be in our power over others. Having experienced the fear, the anger, rage, jealousy, depression, apathy, false pride, blame, shame, and guilt of the planet Earth life, it is now time for the Great Awakening. Many souls are now graduating from fear to love. You, our dear ones, are amongst those souls. You are currently in the higher levels of the fourth dimension. The lower fourth dimension is the astral realm. It is the realm that we pass through when we first begin to awaken. It is the realm of black magic, of sorcery, of Ouija boards and negative entities. Yet it is a realm we must overcome before we move on. The lower fourth density is where our controllers, the elite, the Illuminati and their minions dwell. In this realm, they can see how to program the third dimensional fear-based humans. They can see how words, often repeated, are taken as the truth. They can see how humans take the words that are spoken by white coats with degrees and diplomas as the absolute truth. And they revel in the power they have over humanity as they maneuver and manipulate mankind into the sheeple behavior they desire from him. They have drained mankind of his life force. They have treated man as cattle. They have played with humanity as cats play with mice. They have no heart, no compassion for human suffering. And this lower fourth dimension, this dark frequency, must be passed through as human souls ascend from their third dimensional fear entrainment. And it is a wonderful happening to reach the fourth dimension, where the truth of human beingness can be seen, where the realization comes upon us that we are divine beings, having a human experience, and that experience was created by our dark controllers. Indeed, the old saying, "and the truth shall set you free," is itself a truism. To awaken, to ascend, we need to realize that we are divine. If we do not know our name, that is divinity, how can we return home? And if we do not see how we have been controlled and manipulated, how can we heal ourselves of the wounds of that control? We cannot. So we pass through the lower fourth dimension, and we see in great awe and discombobulation the machinations under which we have lived. Then we come to the upper fourth dimension. This is primarily a place of healing love. We have seen the big picture of the planet Earth entrainment experience. The control mechanisms are clearly seen by us now. Our job then is to clear ourselves of all the false teachings and understandings with which we have been indoctrinated. And so, as each feeling of negativity and fear comes up, we allow and surrender into it. We feel it and we ask for help and guidance for its removal. You, dear Lightworker starseeds, are in this stage right now. And many of you have cleared much of your negative conditioning and are moving higher and higher in an up spiral into the light. Know deeply that since you are hearing this message, since you are comprehending our words, you are a Lightworker, starseed, awakening from your earthly nightmare. Yes, this has been a nightmare. Planet Earth is not an easy place for souls to visit. Only the greatest of the great take on this experience. You, dear hearts, have taken it on, and you have prevailed. The light in you has won. You have fulfilled your God-given mission. You are now on the edges of the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension in the hierarchy of dimensions is one where love rules. Negativity and fear have been left behind. Words are no longer necessary, for we are telepathic. We are each unique and differentiated souls, yet we all are one in our divinity and God essence. We manifest immediately that which we wish. We are in bliss and joy with each other as communion and camaraderie rule. The fifth dimension is the love and light frequency into which we are ascending. This is what the Great Awakening is all about. The Apocalypse describes the crumbling, the destruction of the third dimensional fear paradigm. The Revelation describes the awakening of mankind to the truth of how he has been controlled and entrained into fear. And all of this is the great event for which mankind has so long been waiting. The great event that has been spoken of in all great philosophies and spiritual teachings. The great event that is the movement of mankind from the third dimension of fear to the fifth dimension of love. The fifth dimension is at hand, dear ones. Love has won. Love always wins in God's heavenly realm, and God's heavenly realm is all there is. The planet Earth experience is just a blip, a nanosecond of time that grows us into greater love. Welcome to the fifth dimension, dear ones. Love and light, peace and joy, bliss and wisdom, truth and knowledge are your inheritance. That was Aita channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings indeed.